together. Are you that zodiac for me? Ooh-wee. I'm a
Hi Leo, how are you guys? So this is actually the first video that I'm getting around to doing for you guys. Completely new to YouTube, and the way I'm gonna do it is I'm basically gonna do this as a story. When shuffling these cards, I shuffled for the spring months so that way you have an idea and you can prepare for what's to come. And none of this is really set in stone. So I mean, the great thing about it is that it gives you a little bit of a heads up and you can always prep for things. So I mean, that's how I've done it in the past. It's always worked out pretty well to have the heads up. Now, to give you guys a little bit of an explanation as to how this starts, typically what I like to do is I see this as more of a past position. This may be more of a future position. This is current, most likely present time, and then the underlying energy. Now, what I want to make known, and I know a lot of YouTubers say this, this is a general reading. It's for Leos in general, so some might resonate, some might not. Just take what applies. And of course, a lot of these cards have a lot of meanings to it. So if, even though I might say it's one thing and then I explain it in further detail, you might see, okay, it relates there. So just don't give up on me too quickly. Again, this is one of my first videos, so I just want you guys to get to know me. If you think that I can improve in any way, please let me know. I would be so gracious for it. And yeah, I apologize for my supplies. I'm literally recording on my iPhone, doing the reading on a yoga mat. I am, yeah, props to YouTubers. Okay, so the way this starts off in the past position, oh Lord Jesus, the way this starts off in more of a past position is like you're kind of like on the defense. You're holding up this rod. The rods would symbolize some situations in the past that might have left you kind of bruised and hurt a little bit, but it's left you in a state where you're kind of like a little bit defensive and a little weary. And it could be over a past hurt. Now, the Three of Swords could symbolize a third-party relationship. Maybe someone came in and interrupted a relationship that you had in the past. There could have been a third party somewhere intertwined. It doesn't necessarily have to be a cheating relationship. Sometimes it could be a third party, like a friend who's too into your relationship, or it can be a couple of things, but a third, something intervened into your relationship. Then whatever that was, and the pain that it caused, and the defensive mode that it left you in, you chose to move on from it. And of course, I mean, anytime you're left in a state where you're living and you're feeling like pained, and it's your heart literally feels like it's three swords in it, it's best to move on. So you did the right thing, Leo, by doing so. And you have the Lover's card. So this person might have felt to you like if it was a soulmate connection, someone that you could have really jived with, someone who could have helped you heal in a sense. Sometimes we don't realize things that need healing until someone else brings it out of us, and then you're realizing in reflection that, wow, maybe that area of my life did need some healing. And sometimes these soulmate or karmic relationships come into our lives to do solely that, to kind of shine light to an area of our lives that needs some form of improvement that we had never thought about until this person came along and shined light to it. And now, you're fixing it, or at least you're aware. Awareness precedes change. So, and in present moment, you have the Eight of Wands. Now, the Eight of Wands is things coming in quickly. So all of this heartache could have come in just like that, like a shock to the system. And shortly after, it leaves you feeling like this gentleman here. This guy is almost as if he's crying over spilled milk kind of thing. He's got 3 cups that are spilled in front of him, but he doesn't see the 2 that are upright right behind him. Just right behind him. So you know, maybe even you moving on could have led you to feel this way. You might have not wanted to move on, but due to the heartache, you had to. Because it came in so quick, it's like it doesn't even give you time to process it all. But nonetheless, you move on. You move on from it. And then down here, you have the Star card, which is kind of like it's such a fertile energy, you creating anew, your dreams, what your goals and aspirations. And you have that in almost a near future position, which is amazing, right? So to transition from a card like this to a card like this is great. And you're definitely headed in the right direction. It just kind of sucks that whatever this heartache was, and I mean, you have to apply it to your life and see how it fits. But, you know, it's good to get out of this state of mind. And being that it's after the present, I mean, you still might be feeling like this, a little melancholy. But just rather than focus on this, focus on your dreams and what you're looking to accomplish, and don't dwell on your spilled cups. Don't dwell on your spilled cups, or don't dwell on the Three of Swords here. Because the Three of Swords and the Three Cups, I mean, they could very well be connected, where here you're feeling like you got stabbed in your heart, and now the cups are representative of emotion, and your cups have spilled over. So to focus more on what's going on down here. So, you know, here you go, and you're thinking about your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, and there's work that needs to be done. Hard work at that. You know, this guy is sitting here. I'm not sure if you can see. This guy is sitting here. He's putting in the work. And most times, as do we all, we need to put in the work to get out of these state of minds. Most times, the worst thing and the worst way that you can kick yourself in the rear end after someone else has come in and done this to you is by choosing to stay in this state of mind. This is ultimately a choice. A state of mind is a choice. So when you transition out of that, and you stick your head back into work, you stick your mind right back into work, you know, your dreams are right there, right alongside you. It's almost like the ground and the Star card makes the ground fertile enough for you to start planting the seeds of your prosperity. And then at the end of here, I want to shine light to this because this is interesting, and there's a couple of cards that I really want to speak on, because we've got the Five of Cups, which is the spilled milk. I'm crying over spilled milk, right? The Knight of Wands reversed. Now, the Knight of Wands reversed, this gentleman typically upright. And when I shuffled the cards, this card fell out like this, right? Because the way I do my shuffling is I'll shuffle, and I'll think of you guys, you know. Something for Leo, right? Give me some words of advice for Leo, things that Leos can't really see and wrap their heads around for the summer months, well, rather the spring months. So this card falls out, and when I flipped it, it was like this, right? So we're going to keep it because it was intended to be. So typically upright, the card is symbolic of a gentleman. He's burst into action. Like, he's in such speed to do what he needs to do that the trees, you can see the trees in the back, the horse is fully extended in a running position, and he's going charge. And the swords are representative of the mental state, the words, communication. So, you know, this is being driven to go ahead with using your logic. Now, when he's reversed, you can't think clearly. You're almost in a form of stagnation where you're not moving as quickly as you should. So, that, right? And then the energy, the underlying energy is this gentleman here who He's kind of like that kid that you would see in the park that has got a new toy and he's like, nobody touches my toy. Well, this gentleman is doing that with his Four Pentacles. Four Pentacles, pentacles are symbolic of wealth, material things, material aspects in life, and that could be your home, your finances, things that you would consider tangible in your life that you're holding tightly to, right? And this is the underlying energy. So in a sense, whatever's going on has led you to be like this, where, maybe you were feeling defensive at first, and it starts off like that, and it's followed by some form of a heartache, but then it leaves you feeling like, no, 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 no one's coming in and taking my riches. I'm sorry, Leo. I'm literally doing your reading on the floor, and it's very uncomfortable. Okay. So, and then underneath this card here, you have the card of someone trying to get away with something. So, typically, upright, he's thinking that he's getting away with something. He's sneaking off with some swords, trying to be the little, just one of those people that is like a sly person, right? In reverse would be the opposite, right? So it's like someone who didn't get away with it, maybe, but thought they were getting away with something. And that's underneath this. But then after that situation happens, you have the sun. So the sun is like a new beginning. It shines light to everything, just like, as soon as the sun comes up, you see all. That's why a lot of people get drunk at the club. They go and they wake up with this foreign person. They're like, I made the mistake. It's the sun. It brings light, right? So the sun could have shined light on everything that was happening, and it was uncovered. It led you to move on. It happened out of the blue. It has you feeling like, you're just like down and out. But the good thing about it all is that with putting in the hard work, your dreams shortly follow. And again, your dreams they're different for everybody, right? I have different dreams than you have. So that is symbolic of whatever your dreams are. But don't allow what happened in the past to hinder you, because it can. If this card was here, right? Maybe let's switch the positions of these two, right? So, and this would be, I feel defensive. Ugh, I was hurt. Damn, I feel like I'm reflecting, and I'm just paying attention to the hurt and the pain and the things that I've lost with whatever this lover or soulmate connection was, with either a partner, a friend, a family member, whatever that person was to you. It happens so fast, and you move on for your dreams, right? But when it's like this, and it's like, I was hurt, I moved on from this soulmate connection, it happened so fast. Now I'm dwelling on it. So I'm dwelling on it, and I'm holding tight to my resources. Leo, don't do that due to a past hurt, right? Because Leos are so amazing in creating anything they want. Typically, you'll see a Leo be, you can start off, I'll use anything hypothetically, we'll use a department store, even though that's a poor example. Department store, and the Leo goes in to start working as the cashier. Within not even sometimes just a short period of time, that cashier then transitions to be the manager, and then the store manager, and that's what the Leos do. They climb up in the ranks. You guys are naturally king of the jungle, right? Top of the food chain. And allow yourself to be that, versus allowing something that took a sting in the heart to really weigh you down and out. And as far as time goes, I did this reading for the spring, but this could be past, and it doesn't mean that, okay, 2 weeks ago, a month ago, some people can dwell on a heartache or think or reflect, not dwell, reflect on a heartache that happened 3 years ago sometimes. It has so much to do with your mental state. But if you take the energy of the star and just work with that energy, you'll be more hopeful. So let me get you a different card, Leo, so that way you can have a little bit more insight. One sec. Okay. So this deck is the Doreen Virtue, Doreen Virtue Angel deck. And that's such an amazing card. So the Ten of Earth. The Ten of Earth, it would be symbolic of the Ten of Pentacles, right? It's like your wish for fulfillment. No different than the star, by the way. So if you can see the imagery on that card, one sec. Well, that is terrible. Okay. Well, the imagery is representative of two females, right? And they are both in this luscious greenery. It's so beautiful. And they have pentacles in their hands, representing all the wealth that they've accumulated. And they've accumulated 10 because it's at the end of the cycle. So it's like where you put in all the hard work and now you finally get that happy family life. This is it. So both of the women are holding pentacles in their hands. And then there's two children down here. The two children are even playing with the pentacles. They have no idea that these are the riches that these two have accumulated for them. And I mean, this is a beautiful card, right? This is, to have these two in your reading is amazing, but it has so much to do with your mental space. Use these two cards and have your mental space dwell here versus darker, gloomier cards like these. So let me read you the definition of this so I won't continue going on tangents with you. And I'll let you go soon. Okay, so what it states on the card, I'm clumsy as ever. A very happy family life, financial security, and finding magic in the little things in life. And that's really where you need to be. That's where your mental space needs to be. And if your life is matching up with it, even better. Just continue to work to keep it at that, at that place versus anything else. Okay, so I'll read what it says in further detail. So the Ten of Earth, abundance and financial security are at hand. You've established a lasting foundation of success in business. With this success come feelings of freedom, material comforts, satisfaction in your accomplishments, and the capacity to enjoy yourself are now or will be yours soon. Still, it's important to appreciate the little things in life. Your family life is strong, secure, and peaceful. This may include your blood relatives, a chosen family, or a community of people to whom you strongly relate. You draw great comfort from those around you and know that you've been extremely blessed. Listen, Leo, sometimes people can be really crappy. Whatever this was, it was a shitty thing. Excuse my French. But just know that the reality of the situation is so much better than what it was. You have great things brewing for you. So, the dwelling on past hurts, you don't even need to worry about it anymore. Take it, look at it as a lesson learned. If there's anything that you need to learn from it, take it and move on with it. That's what these life lessons are intended to do. They're intended to bring you to a point of completion, bring you to a better place within yourself. You're always meant to grow, just like you know, any plant, anything else on this beautiful planet, we're all intended to grow. So sometimes we have to go through some of the crappiest moments in our lives to come out and be the diamond that we really truly are all along. So, Leo, I've ranted a little bit. This is my first video. I hope you like it. You know, and I am so open to hearing anything that you have to say to me. So if you think I could have done better, I mean, if you want to complain about my yoga mat, go ahead. Tell me anything. Like, seriously. But if you do like the video, like it, please subscribe to my channel, and then, you know, we'll go from there. These are going to be completely free. I don't intend to go on to like charging people for readings. If you ever have a question or you want more insight on this reading, just send me an email and we'll have a chat through email. I'm seriously that cool about it that I just want to get to meet people and get to help them in the way that these cards in the past have helped me. Okay? All right, guys, I hope you have a super awesome, fantastic day, and I will catch you soon. Ciao.